Welcome to episode 39 of Lost in Immersion, your weekly 45-minute stream about innovation. As VR and AR veterans, we will discuss the latest news of the immersive industry. Hi guys. So first of all, I would like to apologize for the latest episode, which had some sound difficulties. I hope we won't have this this time. It was due to networks instability, so we'll see. Hopefully, we won't have any issue today. So, Fabien.
Hello. Yeah, so today I want to talk about a new device that was released a couple days, weeks ago, and we already talked about that device when it was announced, but now it's actually released, which is the Vive tracker. So first, what is this device? So it's a device that you can wear on your feet, on your hands, and that can track its position. And it doesn't need any other lighthouse or sensor. It's just by itself can track its position. Um, and it's a complete change from the previous Vive tracker that you needed other sensors to track the position of it. So it's a surprisingly expensive, $200, and the usage are mostly as you can see here on the website for usage at the same time. Usage and so mostly what is really popular right now is to have a complete full body tracking in social VR metaverses, quote unquote, like vrchat, for example, which is very popular. And it's the usage that you can see here. Of course, gaming, VR gaming, if you have sensors, you can have much more full body gaming applications with that tracker. And fitness, it's an obvious usage if you have full body tracking. It's a much more interesting experience, and for VTuber as well. So this is a category that is actually expanding a lot with many new VTubers every day. So I think they will be very interested into having this kind of capabilities for body tracking. So yeah, I'm curious to know what you think. And as an end note on this is also there was a lot of usage with the previous Vive tracker that were not maybe thought about at the beginning. To track like a prop in VR, like a gun, for example, in a VR game. So that's maybe something that will.
To use it with is without the headset, basically tracking a user movement in front of the projector and display something depending on the user interaction. But also controlling, tracking an object, like as you said, props, but also like a box in a training environment where the user needs to do some steps in a training session, and we need to track what has been done. That could be useful too. But I'm wondering how the positioning works when you don't have a VR headset then. So I'm wondering if it's something feasible or if it needs absolutely the headset to work in sync. And also I saw that it's only a standalone version, so you will need a computer and a Bluetooth dongle. And with that technology, we had some issue on a booth at the CES for a Jeep setup that we did, where we were using Vive tracker. So I wonder if the that could be my question and what I will look forward to have answer to.
Yeah, here it seems like it requires a dongle to connect to Vive XR Elite and Focus 3. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you know, Guillaume?
No, I don't. No, but yeah, they are obviously targeting the VR chat, VR VTubers, and all those communities regarding the pictures they are posting for this. More of that, they are just providing them in a three trackers package, because they are intending that you will be using their controllers as well and one headset, because with only three trackers you won't have any possibility to do a full body tracking. So maybe we could add three others trackers to have a full body tracking without any headsets. We know that the community is very strong about modding this kind of trackers. They've already done this with the first and the second iterations of the Vive trackers. So hopefully somebody will find a way of using this as a full body tracking without any VR headsets involved. I have some concern about this technology, because we know that it's using inside-out tracking, like the VR headsets, and when you are using these in a empty room or a warehouse, sometimes it doesn't have enough objects around to track itself. So I don't know how it can do if you're using it in a white room without much mess around the place you are using it. And my other concern is obviously the price. You name it, it's about $600 if you want the three tracker package. And I'm just sharing uh, another thing uh, is the actual comparison of all the trackers that are using for VR chat especially and VTubers. So you can see that there are lots of different possibilities. thought that vrchat community is very, very powerful. So as they are providing this right now, I guess it's just for professional. And if they don't have this full body tracking capability, as Seb mentioned, I don't know if it will be used that much. So wait and see. But right now, I don't think they are checking all the boxes for a success with the VR chat community right now.
Yeah, there is two things, additional thing that I want to mention. First is we saw and we talked about it in the podcast a couple of months back, is the Quest 3 is supposed to have some kind of blend between sensor and AI to reconstruct the body position from just the headset and the controllers. So that might be something that the VR community is looking at. Maybe not the one that are not using VR for body tracking. And the other one is with the progress on AI, especially made by Move.ai, which they are just using an iPhone as a capture, and they can in real time animate an avatar from that capture. So, I mean, pricing wise, if you compare with the price of an iPhone, that needs to be taken into account as well. But I think it's really interesting to see how hardware progress and software and AI progress, and like which one will have the better adoption, the better user experience, and the better quality. Because like realistically, to have trackers as you shown on your body, it's very easy. You have like 12-hour battery life on it, so it's a very simple user experience as well. So there are a lot of like variables to be to think about. So for people who want to have this kind of body tracking, yeah.
Yeah, I guess like you said, it's a matter also of the tools they provide with the device to allow different kind of experience to be set up quickly, and for the VTuber particularly to how to set up 5, 3, or I don't know how many trackers, but one also on the elbow. I think that's important for the movement. And yeah, if it's easy to set up, maybe the community will switch to that, whatever the price is, if the quality is there, to make video even better in terms of quality, to share to the community. At least the ones that are successful and has had enough money to invest.
Okay. That's it for me, I think. I don't know if you have anything else to add on that topic. Yeah.
No, well, we just have to wait a bit because it's very recent news. So we'll see how the market is and the people are responding to this. So I guess
Yeah.
Seb, you can go on with your topic, please.
Sure. So on my side, I wanted to share some GPT-4 vision application that has been developed, different kind of usage that are quite impressive. The first one, I don't know if you see my screen. It's black on my side.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
We're seeing it.
So the first one is, and we will share the link so you will be able to hear the audio because it's mainly audio. It's a narrator that is generated by AI and that is directly describing what is happening, like a real person commenting the game, the soccer game, and it knows, it managed to recognize the player, So he named with the right name the player and exactly describe what he is doing, who is trying to intercept in, and there is some intonation and the voice is quite convincing. So yeah, it's quite an impressive use, quite quick after the announcement of the GPT-4 turbo version with and linking that with the Vision preview. So I don't know what is your thought on that, if you saw the news and if you think like me that it's quite impressive.
Yeah, I don't know if you will be talking about this, but there is a Git project that someone posted where you can see your webcam feed analyzed in real time. So we'll be posting the link as well to this. And yeah, it's one frame every 2 seconds he's doing with his webcam, or 5 seconds. I can't remember. And yeah, it's really impressive to see how the community is embracing those new technologies, especially ChatGPT Vision. It's very fun to see and uh, to yeah. But basically, this was something that the community said about the OpenAI. Yeah, that this one OpenAI announcement is that there was not they weren't showcasing much about their technologies. They were just like, here are the tools. Now do something with this, and we'll see what will be done. And the community answered very well to this, because like a few hours after the announcement and the release, people were doing those projects and putting them available for everyone to try and to make them progress. So um, I guess this one was one of the first steps, and then people just like used all the other tools around available, merging it with the AI voice generation, uh, and of course, once again, it it asks some ethical question, because on the example you used, I guess they were using the voice of someone that is not commenting anymore, or is deceased, I guess. So we all know that some people are feeling nostalgic, some nostalgia about some commentators or speakers at TV, and it would be a way of making them live again. And this is uh, this is the same question about virtual actors as well. And for example, Bruce Willis that sold his own image for you to use in AI. So people are uh, a bit uh, scared of the industry not using new talent anymore, and just using old stuff and old actors and old voices because people like them. So interesting to see how it will be done in the future. But at some point, maybe we won't have any new voices or new actors. We'll be only using old ones because yeah, it's famous, and that's all.
Hmm.
Fabien, if you...
Um, yeah, I have many things to say about it. So first, a small note about the name. So when you see models named Turbo, it means that they are, well, it's pretty obvious, but they are really fast into giving the answers. And recently, there are a lot of models that are released as Turbo. So Stable Diffusion did one for the images. Whisper, the OpenAI translation voice to text tool, has a turbo version as well. And then the combination of the Vision and the turbo models are pretty impressive. Yeah, it's the what we call a multimodal AI. So it's not only text, but it's images as well, and soon videos. Maybe it's already sound. So if you have the ChatGPT app on your phone, you can talk to ChatGPT. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's as always still give the warning that these are not 100% giving the exact correct answer every time. So we need to be really careful about this when we use it. But yeah, I saw in the video that you are showing, Seb, a usage that I actually used. I had a document with a table, and I needed the data of that table, and like copy pasting would not work. So I just like used GPT Vision to can you give me the table into a format that I can copy paste, and boom, I had it without errors. So yeah, it's it will accelerate again the adoption of this usage. Yeah, pretty impressed. And something that we didn't talk about, the drama that happened at OpenAI a couple of weeks back.
That's right.
So there was a lot of speculations about why this kind of event happened. So of course the short answer is we don't know, and the longer answer is maybe this Q star new breakthrough, but that might not be such a breakthrough, or the idea of OpenAI to also move towards creation of um, CPU dedicated to AI. So yeah, we don't know, but it was pretty funny story to look at.
Yeah, one of
Quite
the news
funny.
I found scary, the fact that it could crack the encoding and of stuff so quite easily compared to what the time it was requesting before. So we'll see. We'll see. If it's encryption that is not relevant anymore with this kind of technology, yeah, I can understand that it's scary to announce that to everyone. Yeah. So that's it for me. If you want to move on again to your subject.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So here we are.
So
Is that they estimate that the market of this would be around 35 billion euro by 2035. So they are very willing to be the main player here. And one of their goals, especially, is that they don't want to be um, relying on a foreign company, and especially the biggest one. So we know that they are directly targeting Meta and Apple, for example. So they want to be the leader of this in a way that they are writing down the rules of how the metaverse is working, and they want to integrate SMEs and companies and industrial to do so. Um, so very interesting to see that a country that has this image of the innovation as Finland has is willing to do this. Um, I'm very interesting to see that um, we talked about the Seoul Metaverse. It was last week, I guess, and we think that it's not Asia anymore. Only working on the metaverse. We know that Europe is waking up about this as well. And what is interesting to see is that they want to be something that includes any people from any country as well, and that they enlightened five different topics for this. Is their metaverse should one of their metaverse should be uh, technology enabler, business network, metaverse society, metaverse health, and industrial metaverses. So it's basically all the topics that we've um identified during the past years for VR to be very effective. So no surprises here. Just it's reassuring that they have the same topics that are used in the industry. So I'm very curious to see what they will be doing with this, as they have some kind of they are not. You know that some countries like South Korea already have some work, some platform that are available right now. So they are starting the race with some some delay. So we'll see what they can do. We know that Europe can be um, very slow to start, and we'll see they can be what can be done in if they can match their goal to be one of the best country or one of the best metaverse manager at this point. Guys, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what would be the use case, if it's only for person that lives in Finland, or if because I see medical health, for example, or will they open that to the world and anyone can go to the Finland metaverse and join it? Otherwise, they limit the number of users to their country, the number of residents to their country. Yeah.
I what what they are saying. I guess you could connect yourself as at the SEO metaverse as well, but you will be probably limited in some action, especially if you have some healthcare or um, services for the for Finnish people. So we'll see, but yeah, obviously it would be targeted to their population first.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. We talked about, and you mentioned it, Guillaume. Japan, I think, has this its own metaverse initiative. We talked about Seoul last week. Now Finland. It's interesting to see how the big corporations have their initiatives and how the governments hopefully collaborate. It's the idea of the metaverse is interoperable universes. So in theory, one should be able to, I don't know, create their avatar and in the Japan metaverse, and then when they go to Finland, they should be able to enter the Finland metaverse for I don't know if they have a health issue while they are traveling to Finland, for example, or something like that. And for now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see any like collaboration
see interoperability, I think, remains an issue here because everyone doing its own, but there is no way of sharing, like you said, your avatars, or you have to make it your own manipulation of doing everything. So your own avatar is imported in the other metaverse. So a lot of dev work, and not that obvious for users. So yeah, I wonder how they foresee that. On Meta, you have an avatar that is already made for you on the device, and then it's up to the developer to import it and being able to see the interoperability maybe.
And it's secure and unique, and so yeah, maybe.
Right.
Okay, great. Didn't you have another topic, Seb?
Yeah,
Your...
that's
Okay.
about it, but that's a new video that has been shared where we can see a device that's been used to using infrared light to capture the position of the veins and being able to display the veins that are 15 meter for this kind of use case. Depending on, because they are using infrared light, maybe the infrared light will be impacted with the tattoo, so that needs to be tested. But
Cool application.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of things to add. I also really enjoy projected AR. The effect is always super nice to see. So curious to see how this could be packaged by a company into something that can be sold, and how the adoption of it. But yeah.
yeah, I agree. On this video, we don't see how small is the is the device on the user. Maybe it's a huge laser on top of it, which costs a lot of money. So yeah, we'll see how they move on and how they communicate on it. If it's already packaged, maybe it's just a first video and then they will showcase the device. We'll see. But yeah, it's a nice use case, like you said. And that's it. That was just to show off, basically.
Okay, great. So I guess it's all for today. We'll see you next week for the 40th episode of Lost Immersion. This is some kind of a big milestone. We are approaching the 50, so we'll see what we can prepare for next week or the other. We know that there is our Gaussian splitting episode that is still pending, so we'll see if we can have time to do so. So thank you guys as always, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.